Imagine walking down a narrow road surrounded by trees so tall the sky almost disappears between them. The wind barely moves, yet the air feels heavy, dense, as if something is watching. There are no houses nearby, no residents, no cars passing, just silence. But at the very end of that road stands an old house that many avoid mentioning by name. A house that looks abandoned, yet never truly feels empty. People who pass by swear they can feel something following their steps, as if the place becomes aware the moment someone gets close. From the outside, it doesn't stand out. It looks like an aging structure with peeling paint and dark windows. But anyone who dares to enter realizes immediately that something is wrong. The inside does not match the outside. Hallways stretch much farther than they should. Doors appear where only walls existed. Rooms repeat themselves like distorted reflections. It's as if the house is constantly rearranging itself, adjusting its structure according to whoever steps inside. Every step feels like you are being guided to a place you were never meant to discover. And before we go deeper into this story, I want to invite you to subscribe to our channel. We're just getting started, preparing consistent content about mysteries, unexplained phenomena, and stories that challenge logic. Your support truly makes a difference in helping this project grow. If you can, leave a like and subscribe. It helps more than you imagine. The first documented account of this place comes from 3 teenagers who entered the house looking for excitement. They laughed, made jokes, and believed everything was just superstition. But the moment they crossed the door, the laughter became silence. One of them said, before disappearing, that he felt the floor vibrate slightly, as if the house were breathing. Another said he heard someone calling his name from behind a solid wall. The voice was not faint or unclear. It was familiar, comforting, perfect. And by following that voice, he walked into a hallway that should never have existed. The house seems to use memories. It seems to know details, tones, pauses, ways of speaking, as if it copies important people from your life just to convince you to walk deeper. It doesn't scream, doesn't threaten, doesn't try to scare in obvious ways. It seduces, it comforts, it explores whatever lies inside you. Many who managed to escape, very few over the years, say the house doesn't try to push anyone out. On the contrary, it tries to keep them. One well-known case involves an investigator who tried to record the sounds inside the house. He claimed he heard his own voice calling him, softly, gently, coming from a pitch-black hallway. The recording clearly shows the moment he freezes, unable to understand how that could be possible. The voice was identical. The tone was exact. There was no flaw. It was as if the house had captured his voice and was using it to draw him in. Residents nearby say that as you walk through the rooms, you feel watched from every direction. There is no physical presence, but a primitive instinct kicks in, the same instinct you feel when someone is staring at your back, but when you turn around, nothing is there. The sensation is strong enough that many explorers leave immediately. Others freeze, trying to decide whether it's all imagination or if something truly conscious exists inside those walls. And according to many accounts, the feeling of being observed never goes away as long as you remain inside. Over the decades, people vanished, others lost their sanity, and a few escaped but never returned. The house seems to store people's voices, as if it records everything and then plays it back whenever it wants. This is, for many, the most terrifying aspect. How do you explain a place capable of imitating voices with absolute perfection? Without a sound source, without equipment, without anyone there. Some researchers believe it's not just an acoustic phenomenon. They believe the house absorbs emotions, fear, anxiety, longing, memories, everything that can touch a person deeply. And since you're still here exploring this mystery with us, let me again invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're truly committed to building a strong and curious community, and each new subscriber at this early stage means a lot. If you enjoy this investigative and suspenseful tone filled with surprising details, this channel is definitely for you. So if you haven't yet, take a moment to subscribe and follow along. Many new stories are on the way. Many of the researchers who tried to study this place were shocked by how it seems to respond emotionally. When someone is sad, the voices become soft and comforting. When someone is anxious, footsteps echo above them, heightening the tension. When someone is afraid, whispers appear right behind the neck, as if something is trying to calm or manipulate. It is almost as if the house has a personality of its own, adapting to the weaknesses and emotional wounds of each person. Throughout the years, no one managed to map the interior. Explorers tried drawing floor plans, but all the sketches contradicted one another. Some believe the house changes according to the person's mental state. Others say it changes according to its own interests. There are those who think the place is not bound by the normal rules of physics, and there are people who claim it isn't actually a house, that something else took the shape of a house, something that exists between dimensions and only presents itself architecturally to lure people in. That theory may sound absurd, but when we examine the most detailed reports, we see nothing makes sense inside it. A well-known event happened when a group climbed a staircase to the second floor. When they turned around to check their equipment, the staircase was simply gone. Not broken, not damaged, gone. The wall where the stairs had been looked old, as if it had always been there. and seconds later, they heard a voice calling them, perfectly imitating someone who was miles away. It's difficult to imagine what truly happens inside that place, but one thing is consistent among all survivors. The house wants you close. No one knows whether it wants company, control, confusion, or something far deeper, but it calls, it waits, it watches silently until someone makes the mistake of opening the door. And once inside, the walls seem to close subtly, almost unnoticeably, reshaping themselves around whoever enters. Many ask why the house does this. The truth is that no one knows. Maybe it absorbed traumatic events. Maybe some kind of energy lingers there. Maybe it's just an extreme coincidence. Or maybe there is something alive, something conscious, something ancient beyond our understanding. This lack of answers is what makes the story so haunting. Every time we think we're close to understanding, another account appears that contradicts everything, revealing yet another layer of the mystery. In recent years, investigators entered with modern equipment, sensors, thermal cameras, and advanced recorders. Every team captured some sort of anomaly, abrupt drops in temperature in specific spots, entire rooms where sound has no echo, as if the air absorbs it, and most commonly, whispers appearing out of nowhere, calling someone by name with disturbing clarity. And now, as you reach this final part of the text, I want to extend one last invitation. Subscribe to the channel and join us on this journey. We are only at the beginning, and your support is essential for us to continue bringing deep, intense, and mysterious stories like this one. Every new subscriber strengthens the project and motivates us to explore even more unknown cases. We're preparing new accounts, new investigations, and new mysteries that will capture your attention from start to finish. Thank you for being here. Thank you for reading until the end. And remember, some places keep secrets, others hide stories. But there are places, like the Coldwood house, that watch you. And the deeper you go into the mystery, the deeper it seems to go into you. If you want to keep exploring with us, just subscribe and stay close. The next mystery is already waiting.